If you remember, I mentioned the game Adventure Quest in my first video. Games like Adventure Quest and sites like Newgrounds were big at the time too, but I'll talk about those individually. Man, I used to look weird. And I didn't blink. Times were tough. Well, our topic today is a little retrospective on the ARTIX Entertainment Flash games. Their first game, Adventure Quest, came out in 2002. Their second game, Dragon Fable, came out in 2006. Their third game, Mech Quest, came out the year after in 2007. Their next game was a reboot of their first game titled Adventure Quest Worlds in 2008. Their fifth game was a sequel to Adventure Quest called Warp Force in 2009. Most of their games are single-player RPGs, but they were updated constantly. Dragon Fable was updated weekly as far as 2015. Let's start at the beginning with the creation of their first game. Adventure Quest always had events going on for every holiday, so even though it was a single-player game, it still felt like I was part of some kind of community. This applies to the other single-player games too. This game is so awesome. Look at that basic attack. Just look, it's majestic. This game's a turn-based RPG with a really unique combat system. To fight really tough monsters, just mouse over their icon on the right side here and we can see their resistances and weaknesses. Handy. So the combat in this game is based around how much elemental coverage you can pack in your bag. Just switch right into whatever works for the situation you're in. Unlike a lot of RPGs, in Adventure Quest, you can beat as many character classes as you want. Yeah, switching your armor mid-battle will change your basic attack and all of your abilities. This game is really that simple. Just find the best elemental coverage and use it, though the other games only get more complex from here. ARTIX Entertainment's second game, Dragon Fable, is where it's really at. This game's superior animation is really something to take in after Adventure Quest. The medieval aesthetic is really cool, but back in 2006, this game was par for the course. If you were playing a single-player RPG back then, it was basically guaranteed to be a medieval fantasy. Something different here is that the game's got a lot of jokes. It's a comedic game. Often the game goes out of its way to point out something cheesy. It's still really funny and actually aged really well and become even funnier over time. Being able to explore each game screen on foot is a very welcome change too. It leads to things that weren't even possible in the first game, like discovery and ambush attacks from enemies. Combat is different here because you can't just use any class whenever you want. You stay as the class that you pick at the very beginning. So as you level up, you get more abilities, like stunning, tripping, distracting, double attacks, triple attacks. It's all over the place. There's so much setup involved in this game. You can spend your first turn raising your attack or defense instead of attacking. It's very strategic. This game still involves the elemental weaknesses, but is slightly less focused on it when compared to the previous game. This is probably my favorite game because coming back to it brought a huge wave of nostalgia. Mech Quest, their next game, is actually inactive right now, which means it's no longer being updated. This game is a sci-fi single-player RPG, so it completely ditches the medieval setting, a bold new move. I actually welcome this change. It makes for some really cool animations and backgrounds. Combat here is very complex. You battle using your giant robot and alternate between the weapons on your arms and shoulders. Your weapons have cooldowns, but your robot also has energy. You may have to skip a turn if you run out of energy or need to cool down. The backgrounds do a good job of making your robot look gigantic and blowing stuff up. Is so amazing. Sadly, this game suffers from minor glitches.
Did I just die by walking into the fucking door? Yeah. The fuck? I can't touch the walls? That's right, you can't touch anything in this game.
Kinda confusing layout and empty rooms that are just repeated backgrounds from the previous room. All of these won't be fixed or branched out on. This makes me a little sad because this game's idea is highly original and fun, but it was critically panned by critics. Oh well, I kinda see where they're coming from. The next game is Adventure Quest Worlds, and get this game is not single player. This is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game that takes place in the Adventure Quest universe and features familiar characters and settings. Wow, is there a lot of content in this game, even as a free player only. Like, I thought I knew quite a bit about this game, then I saw my brother's account and realized I only scratched the surface. I'm sadly only a noob. So it's time for me to lion up. After who knows how many years, I'm diving straight into this game and scouring the land for only the toughest quests. The next time you'll see of me, I'll have the likeness of a hardy adventurer. Let's do it!